Over the past couple of months, Charizard EX has re-emerged as a meta threat thanks to the help of Dragapult EX. Putting them in the same deck together has kind of been the best way to play Charizard EX these last few months. However, bubbling under the surface, so to speak, Charizard EX in a more classic build with Pidgeot is still kind of doing pretty well. Case in point, the North American International Championships. I know this is a little older at this point, but in the seniors division, shoutouts to Gabriel Fernandez winning the whole thing with Charizard Pidgeot. And it's not just Gabriel, who's, by the way, a phenomenal player, and once they get into Masters Division, they are going to be an absolute terror as well. We saw Tord at the Japan Championships play Charizard Pidgeot. We are seeing Charizard Pidgeot kind of bubbling under the radar in online tournaments, actually winning online tournaments as well. See, we've got some first places here at some online tournaments, including tournaments with hundreds of players, and even its matchup chart looking a little interesting. Yes, there are some tough matchups here against the Grimmsnarls and the Dragapult Dusknoir builds, but in particular with Gardevoir having a stranglehold on the meta, you kind of have a really good matchup against Gardevoir, and you're not doing so bad against vanilla Dragapult either. So today we are going back to classic Charizard EX, of course, with a couple of upgrades for the current meta. If you've got the Charizard League Battle Deck, which I know I still haven't opened yet, maybe we're going to update this to match this build here. I think this deck is pretty good. I'm Jet from InThirdPerson.com. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about Gabriel Fernandez's Charizard EX. Charizard EX is one of the fiercest attackers in the game. It is a Dark-type Pokemon, Stage 2 with 330 HP. It has the attack Burning Darkness, where for only 2 Fire Energy, you start at 180 damage, and it goes up by 30 for each prize card your opponent has taken. By the time they take 5 prize cards, you are swinging for 330 damage, pretty much one-hit KOing everything in the game. Better yet, its Infernal Rain ability allows you to accelerate 3 Fire Energy to any of your Pokemon in any way you like when you evolve up to Charizard EX, making that Burning Darkness cost really easy to cover while also powering up something else on the side. Charizard's best friend is Pidgeot EX. It's a Stage 2 colorless Pokemon, and you're not really gonna use its attack, though sometimes it can be handy. Here and there you might want to poke with it, but it's mostly here for its quick search ability, allowing you to search your deck for a card of your choice and put it into your hand. Amazing search power for Pidgeot EX. Yes, the Team Rocket Watchtower is in play, and it can be a problem shutting off Pidgeot EX's ability, but I don't think it's been enough to just kill Pidgeot from the meta. People are still playing Pidgeot. It's still finding success. It's still good here, and we are playing multiple stadiums to try and bump that tower out of play so Pidgeot can do its thing. Between Charizard's big attacks to the active and Pidgeot being able to cherry pick cards from the deck, that's the core of the offense. But we do have a number of cards that are supporting that overall game plan as well. So we can dig into the counts here. We've got a 4-1-3 line of Charizard EX, 4 copies of the 70 HP Charmander. There are a lot of different ones to play. This one is the preferred, and then we actually have 2 copies of Charmeleon, and part of that is Badu defense in order to evolve up, giving you the opportunity to manually evolve into the Charizard if you get item locked and you can't rare candy your way through. Having 2 Charmeleons does make it a bit easier, and they are 2 different types of Charizard. We do have our Charmeleon. We have the Flare Veil Charmeleon that prevents all effects of attacks used by your opponent's Pokemon done to this Pokemon. So something like a Dragapult Phantom Dive cannot hit this Charmeleon. Now, the reason why you'd play the other Charmeleon with the Fire Blast attack, 10 HP, it's slightly nicer. This will get sniped on the bench, but it does have the Fire Blast attack for 3 Fire Energy, does 90 damage, and you discard an energy from this Pokemon. There will be times you might want to use this as a single prize attacker, in particular against some annoying walling Pokemon like a Mimikyu. This can take out that Mimikyu in one go. Otherwise, your deck really has a hard time. Though I guess you technically have the Chi-Yu here as well, which is one of the big innovations of this deck. The Mega Fire of Envy attack here is very nice. For 2 Fire Energy, you're doing 50 damage, and if any of your Pokemon were knocked out during or by damage from an attack during the previous turn, this attack does 90 more damage. 140 on the surface is, it seems like okay, but the more I played it, there were a lot of useful applications for this card, whether it was having a single prize attacker that can take out other single prize attackers while keeping your Charizard on the bench protected a little bit is great. Also, once they knock out the Chi-Yu, they're probably on odd prizes, which can screw up the math and make things weigh out a bit in your favor. There might also be times where your Charizard is swinging for 180 and you're kind of leaving some damage on the table for a multi-prize Pokemon. Chi-Yu can come in and take those out by finishing the job. We've also got, we can go to the Pidgeot counts here now. We've got a 2/2/2 line of Pidgeot EX, one of the bigger innovations here, 2 copies of Pidgeotto, making it a little easier to manually evolve up to Pidgeot if you are getting item locked and can't rare candying your way through. We've got 1 copy of Munkidori here for that Adrenabrain ability, where if you've got Dark Energy attached to this Munkidori, you can move 30 damage from one of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Charizard is a very tanky Pokemon that you oftentimes can sustain a hit, so once it gets hit, you can use Munkidori to move that damage over to something else. We've got a copy of Cleffa in here. You can use this for 0 energy and just draw cards until you have 7 in your hand. For trainer cards, we've got 2 copies of Brock Scouting, allowing you to search your deck for either 2 basic Pokemon or 1 evolution Pokemon. 1 copy of Energy Search lets you search your deck for a basic energy card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. 4 copies of Arven, which actually helps find that Energy Search. Arven has always been a staple of Charizard decks, allowing you to search for an item and a tool card from your deck. Tons of different combinations to choose from, such as Rare Candy, Ultra Ball, and some of the tools in here, including Technical Machine Evolution, one of the big ones in this deck. This deck really wants to go second, whether you are using Cleffa to draw a whole bunch of cards, or you're using TM Evolution, where for 1 colorless energy, you can choose 2 of your bench Pokemon and evolve them to the next step. And most of the time, that's going to be getting a Charmander up to Charmeleon, or oftentimes it's 1 Charmander, 1 Pidgey that you're evolving to the next stage. And then the other tool you might want to grab here is Maximum Belt as the A spec. Now, Charizard's a deck that you can run a bunch of different A specs, and we've seen a bunch of different ones get popular over time. I don't know if Max Belt is my favorite, but it is a card that I've always loved, in particular in Charizard, because it allows you to do an extra 50 damage against your opponent's active Pokemon EX. And in particular, once they've taken 3 prize cards, you're swinging for like 270 damage. You slap on the Maximum Belt, now you're swinging for 320, and you're knocking out stuff like Dragapult in a single hit, which oftentimes your opponent's not expecting and can really screw with their game plan. So I love Maximum Belt for being able to just mess with your opponent's expectations of what they can get away with, and you blow out their attacker, and then all of a sudden they're on the back foot. We also have 3 copies of Iono, where both players shuffle their hands, put it to the bottom of their deck, and then draw equal to the number of prize cards that they each have remaining. 2 copies of Super Rod in order to throw 3 in any combination of Pokemon and basic energy from your discard pile back into your hand. 2 is a good number here because we are running very tight on energy while also having a bunch of Pokemon to manage. Love that for us. 1 copy of Professor Turo Scenario, where you can just put one of your Pokemon in play back into your hand and you discard everything attached. In particular, Charizard taking a hit, and this kind of acts as a heal of sorts, where you scoop up that Charizard, and ideally you can evolve a Charmander or a Charmeleon back up so that it can power itself up, and you have a fresh Charizard negating your opponent's last attack. 4 copies of Ultra Ball, you discard 2 cards, grab a Pokemon of your choice from the deck. 2 copies of Artazon to get our basic non-rule box Pokemon down. In particular, I like this as a way of getting the Chi-Yu or the Munkidori in play, because as amazing as Buddy-Buddy Poffin is, allowing you to bench 2 Pokemon with 70 HP or less from your deck, it doesn't support Pokemon that are bigger, like your Munkidori or your Chi-Yu. So Artazon, great for that. A meta-specific tech in here is Picnic Basket, where you get to heal 30 damage from each Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's. This is great in certain matchups, like against Grimmsnarl, against Dragapult, that are dropping damage counters everywhere. You can kind of negate a bunch of that damage with Picnic Basket. We also have 2 copies of Rare Candy, letting you evolve up to your stage 2 Pokemon without needing that middle evolution. We've got 2 copies of Counter Catcher, where if you're behind on prizes, you can gust an opposing bench Pokemon into the active. Even so, we still have 2 copies of Boss's Orders to gust an opposing bench Pokemon into the active. There are times where you'll be even on prizes, maybe even ahead on prizes, and Boss's Orders will still work in scenarios where Counter Catcher will not. And then for the other stadium we have in the deck, we've got Jamming Tower, and this is great for shutting off Pokemon tools, both yours and your opponents. Now keep in mind here that you don't want to have Jamming Tower out while you're using Maximum Belt or Technical Machine Evolution, but this will shut off certain tools that can be very annoying to your opponent. Energy wise, pretty tight split here. We've got only 5 copies of Fire Energy. In the grand scheme of things, it does work, but you'll see in the gameplay that I'm always concerned about the amount of energy I have, and we're running perilously close all the time, and I would feel more comfortable with 6, but 5 is the number we go for, and technically the Luminous Energy can count as a Fire Energy as well. So this does kind of split the difference a little bit, where you can use this on a Charizard or a Chi-Yu, but you could also use it as a Munkidori, so you kind of have 2 energy for Munkidori as well if need be. All right, let's get to these matches. We get ourselves a Charmander and a Pidge. And a rare candy would be absolutely amazing right now. Please don't tell me. Like, I just have PTSD looking at this. And I know it's not what it is. Okay. Okay. Guardy is an okay matchup, potentially. Right? If you can boss KO the Gardevoirs. And if they can't... This isn't the worst matchup. This is not the worst matchup that one could have. I would like some energy here, though, so we can make something happen. Yeah, if they're gonna get a TM Evo here, that's like incredible. And the research? Are you kidding me? Okay. 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 Yeah, a rare candy right now would be incredible. Luminous Energy doesn't really do anything for us. Actually, you know what? If we go Brock Scouting, right, and we go and grab 2 basic Charmanders, I think. Actually, you know what? If we go and grab... Let's grab a Cleffa here. And how many cards? 1, 2, 3... And Charmeleon has 2 retreat, so we're going to want to get rid of this first. And I want this on the bench. Unfortunately, losing the Luminous means we're not going to get the Munkidori play. And the Munkidori is kind of everything. But we will get 4 cards. And we're in a much better position to attack on the following turn. Hopefully, yeah, we should be good. Yeah, we'll now specifically have to find the Dark Energy for... we'll specifically have to find the Dark Energy for a... Yeah, if I'm them, if they go Screamtail, they probably go for the Pidgeotto, is what I would do. How much energy do they have? Oh my goodness. It's 60? I don't think they can take out the... Oh, okay. They had the perfect amount for it. Alright. A Chi-Yu would be good here. There's the rare candy. So, if we go... And actually, is it... How bad is it to go... Pidge? Is it bad to play the extra Charmander? Probably. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. If we go... Oh, we have Counter Catcher here. So this becomes a way harder proposition for them. Yeah. Alright. Bet. Yeah, let's just go and attach 2. And arguably, the Chi-Yu play is still there. Arguably could have done that. But if we can take out the Gardevoir, that makes things very messy for them. So let's go and do that. And sure, you can snipe out the Cleffa and take a prize there. But you know what? Actually, do we... They can still take out the Pidge, though. And they could Munkidori the Cleffa out. So yeah, let's actually Turo scenario out the Cleffa here. And we'll go and swing, take out the Guardy. So they need Rare Candy Gardevoir, or they're going to use the... They'll probably use... I'm guessing they use the Screamtail to take out the Pidgey and deny us that play. Oh, here comes Guardy. They got Rare Candy Gardevoir. Oh, they're going to go for the Kirlia. Okay. If we can target down that Kirlia, we'll be okay. Artazon. That gets us a Chi-Yu. If we want that at some point. Which we might. And yeah, they're just going to go, what, trap a Charmander? Yeah. And then snipe out the Pidge. Okay. This is a good play for them, because we might be stuck. We might be stuck. Currently, with our hand, we are stuck. And that's actually really bad on my part. That gives them a bunch of time. Now, this play was going to be there for them, regardless. Jamming Tower, I'm going to hold on to... Oh, we still have Rare Candy Zard, so... Yeah, we aren't as stuck as maybe one might have thought. And sure, I think we're actually going to play all our energy now. We'll go 1, 2, and then we'll put 1 on the Charmander so they're not playing any shenanigans again. And do we Super Rod back in a Pidgey? Or do we just play it without the Pidgey? I think we do. Is it worth burning a Rod for 2 Pidgey, especially if we've got all our energy in play? I think so. I think so. Let's go and grab all the Pidgey pieces. Let's go grab an Artazon. Ooh, we could Munkidori here. Munkidori's not going to do anything right this second. We'll throw it on a Pidgey. And maybe they punish us, maybe they don't. I'm going to hold on to the Jamming Tower for the potential cheeky KO on like a Drifloon or something. This is a classic matchup though. Guardy versus... And let's see what they've got. They thought they had... I actually thought they had us with the trap. Okay. Going in with the Kirlia is a bold choice. Makes me wonder what they have. A Fez is not bad for... I guess if they take a KO here. I'm not sure they will, but... Let's see. Okay, they should get a Guardy in play. And they can do some Munkidori stuff, and maybe they get a second monkey down? I don't think they can... No, they're not going to be able to move 60, though. 260, that's a... I don't hate it. They are going to grab Dark Energy. Alright, do some Munkidori shenanigans here. And they get the research. That's why they put the charm on the Fezandipiti. And what are they going to... Are they going to attack with Mew? And just copy the attack? Or they'll just put, like, Ralts in. No, they're gonna... Okay. It would be kind of cool now if we had the play to... They're gonna do a decent amount of damage, but, like... It's not gonna KO us here. I don't think. We'll be swinging for, like, what, 270? Yeah, 300. They'll get a Munkidori play later. That's a problem. Munkidori would be nice here. Yeah, they will get a Munkidori play afterwards. So that is something to consider. Let's get rid of the Cleffa and a... I don't think we need 2 Pidgeots. No, I think we'll get a Charmeleon up. If possible, we don't have any Charmeleons. Okay. Okay. If we... Do we set up a second... No, I don't want to set up a second Pidge. That feels bad. Chi-Yu is not going to do anything right this second. Maybe we just grab the Pidgey. And do we play it, though? The Munkidori, I think we can play a monkey. No. Because we can play the Munkidori, but like that they could trap us here. I think we just take the swing. There's Fez. Now, one of the potential problems here is if they take out both Zards at the same time. Like, they can Munkidori this one down, and then if they Mew EX to copy this attack, they take out both, and then they win the game. So we kind of want to avoid that happening. Yeah, they go and take this out. Let's go and put up the Charmander. And hopefully they do not have some crazy way of taking this out. Like a Mew EX will take this out. Like you need Gust, Mew EX. But right now they are down bad. As it currently reads. Second Munkidori, not going to do it. They don't have enough damage. It could get more damage on the board, but like they are not taking out Zard right now. And Zard is going to one-hit KO everything on their board. So let's see where this goes. Yeah, curious to see. There are ways they can get it. Do they have like a Drifloon or something? They need a Gust Drifloon. But right now, the fact that they have stalled makes me think, yep, second monkey. Okay. They have the energy for it, right? 5. Okay, send us down to 1. Sure. Sends them to just 2, though. Unfortunately, never getting a monkey in play. They're going to get all those pieces back. Please don't tell me this is like a nest ball or something. Screamtail's not going to be able to hit this Zard. Nope, they don't got it. Gee. So, yeah, I thought they did some pretty cool stuff. The Mew EX being able... I mean, it did swing for a lot, but ultimately, like, probably costed them the game, being 30 damage short. When maybe they could have put up the Curlia and coughed up only 1 prize and then maybe found another way to go about it. But yeah, Charizard, even though we never got our Pidgeot online, we were able to fortunate enough to get that early Gust KO on the first Gardevoir. They did not have the opportunity. There was the potential in play for a 4-prize play for them, but they were not able to pull it off, and we were able to just power through. GG's. They decided to go second. So yeah, we are going first. And that's actually not the end of the world here. Yeah. We can cook with this. Let's go Artazon. We'll go grab a Pidgey. And yeah, we'll just go Rare Candy on turn 2. And we'll wait. I don't think we need to attach to anything right now. I guess we can attach the Charmander here. Picnic Basket could be cool here, actually. Because they are probably going to swing for... well, probably Ember. Could arguably get down a Munkidori. I kind of don't want to get down a Munkidori right this second. I think we have at least one more turn to wait for a Munkidori. New version of Ethan's Typhlosion? Let's see. They might be playing a more vanilla version of it. We'll see. Okay, they're going to go TM Evo. I respect that. Get multiple Kolavas on the board. As they should. Ooh. Yeah, getting the Pidgeot is going to be annoying if they set this up. Not really in a position to... okay, they're just going to TM Evo, so we don't have to Picnic Basket, or we're not going to Picnic Basket here. I do think we want to attack, though. Ooh. Okay, boss is unfortunately not going to do it for us right now. Charmander, we can set up. Arguably, no, they're not going to... they're probably not going to one-hit it. We know that they can. We know that they are capable of one-hit KOing us here. And that is something to be concerned about as well. I don't think we need Max Belt right this second. We can just grab TM Evo for the time being in case we want to discard it for later. And I think we just want the one energy. I guess there's an... oh, no. Okay, let's just go swing. We'll take the 180. And there's a Pidgeotto. That's great. Okay, they put up Victini. They are not ready for that smoke. And if they don't get Pidgeot set up right this second, I'm going after the Pidgeot. Or the Pidgeotto. I think I'm willing to withstand a hit from a Typhlosion. I don't want two. At least I tell myself that right now. And yeah, the Pidgeot's going to make things way easier for them if they can get this set up. So let's see what they play here. Get that Ethan's Adventure in the discard pile? Yeah. Yeah, gusting the Kolava, like... short term, like, we're gonna have to deal with those anyway, and they're gonna get another Kolava set up right now, so that's not nearly as impactful as taking out the Pidgeot, because we're gonna eat a Typhlosion attack one way or another. Waiting for the new black and white set to come out in English. Me too. I will admit, Destined Rivals has been kind of underwhelming. Oh, weird. They took a bunch of... yeah, I guess because they can set up... they have Artazon here to get down another... yeah. That's unfortunate. You're probably going to play Ethan's Typhlosion when that happens. What, when black and white comes out? Okay. Yeah, I think we have to... we could Iono... no, they're going to be able to get the Ethan's cards back. So I think this is our primary target. And then we can Iono them later. We'll make it more fun, yeah. Flying Ramen says, you opened several real-life boosters and used the codes, but you didn't get something in-game in my inbox. You know what's wrong there? This has happened to me too. If you do... Are you playing on phone by chance? Interesting. They just evolved up. Like, I could just take that out now. We're not going to. Because, yeah, sometimes... Yeah, if you do it on the phone, unfortunately, there's not going to be, like, a screen that says, here's what you got. It just dumps all the cards in the game, which is really dumb IMO. I don't like that at all. So if you want the experience of like, hey, you cashed in the codes and then you get to see it, I think you got to do it on PC. Anyway, here's Pidgeotto. And we'll take that out. And yes, we're going to eat it from Typhlosion. They do have the 2 Victinis, so they are set up. They just need to find the... like a max belt or something. So we could still be cooked. Yeah, we can try it out here. Or I'll type in a code and then submit and we'll see what happens. They are going to set up another Pidge. I don't like that. The double Victini is annoying, but I think at this point it's just about getting... Oh, they don't have 4 in the discard yet, so that's going to slow them down. Okay, I think we have to prioritize getting Pidgeot set up here. And Picnic Basket, I don't think that... Like, we're going to heal, for sure. I think we have to prioritize getting Pidgeot set up. And unfortunately, they are also in a position where they can... I think we have to get down a second Pidgey. Like, they can want... If they get all 4 in... Uh-oh. There it is. There it is. Now they can take out... They're close to being able to one-hit KO a Zard. Do we Iono the Pidgeot out? I think we have to, right? That sucks. That's not what I wanted to play. But they are preemptively telling us that they have the rare candy in hand. How much do I think I believe them that they have the rare candy Pidgeot combo. Oh no, are we dead? I think we're dead. Oh, no, 240. Why? I thought they had... Oh, they only have 3. Okay. Oh, we get the Pidgeot set up. Goated. Okay. If that's the case, I think we can afford to Iono here. And get that Pidgeot rare candy out. And look, we give ourselves only 4 cards. That sucks. But, let's go grab... Do we grab a Fez? Or do we grab the Charmeleon? Oh no, we don't grab a Fez right now. We don't grab a Fez right now. We just shook up our hand. Setting up a Charmeleon gets us a little closer. We could set up a Munkidori. I don't know how much that matters right now, because they're gonna take us out anyway. I think we take the Charmeleon. And you know what? The Chi-Yu might actually be helpful here. Let's go and put some energy on the Chi-Yu, because it might, if Gravity Mountain stays in play, then we can one-shot a Typhlosion with the Chi-Yu. Okay. I like that line of play. They're probably not going to bump their own Gravity Mountain. And we can throw the energy and a Zard back in. Okay. I like this. I like this. This is why we love Chi-Yu. Yeah. They are a step closer to setting up that Pidgeot. Three, so they're swinging for 240 right now. Oh no, they don't have it. They don't have it. Oh no, they got a Night Stretcher for a Quilava here. Oh, not Quilava, a Cyndaquil. Okay. Okay, we'll take the 2 energy and the Zard back after this Typhlosion takes us out. And we can keep the Gravity Mountain in play. Yeah, 240. Ouch. That's fine. We knew the Typhlosion was coming. We do have the Chi-Yu. We do have our... We have a plan in place. We are prepared for this. Okay, we have an Ultra Ball here, which is actually kind of cool. Let's go and grab the 2 energy plus the Zard. Actually, you know what? Almost certain there's another... Okay, I think we're fine. I think we're fine. We'll take the Zard. Yeah, because we have another chart. We have 2 Charmanders in play. We'll quick search for a Zard. And we'll go and load up 3 energy, 1 on the Chi-Yu, 2 on this Zard. One, 2, 3. Almost forgot the Chi-Yu there. Almost forgot the Chi-Yu. And we've got our Ultra Ball, so that can get us another Zard if need be. We swing for 140. We take out the Typhlosion. But yeah, they need like a Rare Candy play here. There's another Pidge, so we couldn't set up a backup Pidgey anyway. Maybe we try and set up on this next one, but... Now, a thing to keep in mind is that we prize... One of the energies that we prized is a Fire. They get their other Cyndaquil down. Seeker Box. Okay. Could they boss KO the Pidgeot here? Let's see. They do have a Fez in play, so potentially that's a KO, depending on what they go after here. Oh, they're going to Iono. Okay. Probably countercatcher the Pidge. No, go after the Zard. Okay. Can we? Let's see what we get left with. Arven. Gravity Mountain's still good here in the sense that we can still take out this Typhlosion in one hit if we wanted to. The problem is they can still... The Gravity Mountain also gives them a one-hit KO. Now they have the Pidgeot, and now this is a problem. Yeah, we can't set up a Charmeleon. Actually, you know what? Can we gust up? If we top deck a Zard... no, we're still going to be short on energy. How do we do this? How do we do this? Do we just play it straight? I think we just go Chi-Yu into the Typhlosion while we can. I don't think we're going to have a combo where we can one-hit KO the Pidgeot or the Fez. Like, we need multiple pieces to make that work. If we top deck... No. Yeah, I think we just swing into this. And if they boss KO they need a rare candy. This is awkward. It's really awkward. 2-7. They don't have it. They don't have it. They don't have it. Did they prize? They prized one of the Ethan's adventures. It has to be it. It has to be it. Okay. So if that's the case, then we just boss KO the Fez and it's over. That had to be it, right? That had to be it. And there we go. We take the game GG's. And possibly by a stroke of luck. Maybe a little bit of luck there that our opponent did not have. They were playing, unfortunately, underhanded the whole time, having lost one of their Ethan's Typhlosion, or losing the Ethan's Adventure to prizing. But that was such a huge gain for us, them not being able to one-hit KO Azard and really mess things up. And then, yeah, being able to tank that hit then allowed us to, yeah, stay alive long enough so we could take out that Fezandipiti for the win. GG's. And there we go. That is a look at Gabriel Fernandez's Charizard Pidgeot deck that won NAIC. And again, shout outs to Gabriel, who's been absolutely dominating the Pokemon TCG for years now in the seniors division. And I just want to pull up their stats here more recently, because in the 24-25 season, they won LAIC, EUIC, and NAIC all in one go, on top of wins in Santiago and England and London and more. So absolutely insane run for Gabriel, and I suspect that once they move into the Masters division, they're going to be absolutely ridiculous. Gabriel's older brother Vinny is also a competitive player who's done incredible as well, and I suspect Gabriel to have a very similar future of success in the Pokemon TCG. Big fan of Gabriel's Charizard Pidgeot build, adapting it for the current meta. It's a ton of fun to play, and especially if you're familiar with Charizard of the past, it's nice to come back to a deck that is familiar and tweaked a little bit just to work for the current meta. So if you still are preferring the Charizard Pidgeot, don't feel bad to try this one out. If you are a fan of the Dragapult Charizard build instead, that's totally cool as well. But I'm really glad to see Charizard still finding a way to succeed the old-fashioned way in the current meta. But for now, I gotta get going. Thank you so much for watching. You can find me on all the things YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at InThirdPerson. You can find me on Twitch at InThirdPerson, where I stream the Pokemon trading card game every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And check out the website, inthirdperson.com, for more articles and videos on video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. So until the next one, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.